Hey, I'm Lindsay Keller with Seven Springs Real Estate. We're shooting today at Sage Hollow, which is a new construction community in Southwest Kyle. It is absolutely beautiful, as you can see. So shout out to Milestone for letting us view in or film in their beautiful model home. I have a very exciting announcement to make today. Those of you who know me well know that I've been on the hunt for a very long time to find an agent to team with that would share the values that I have and the commitment to customer service that I have. So I'm super excited to introduce you today to Crystal Taylor. This is a super fast industry, and sometimes you have to be two places at one time. Sometimes the perfect house comes on the market at the exact time you have a family emergency or you're going on vacation or something like that. So it's really nice to have a team to lean on in this industry, but also very important to share values. So Crystal and I have been talking about making this transition for a while, and I'm so pleased to announce that she has joined the Seven Springs Real Estate team. So welcome, Crystal.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be a part of your team at Seven Springs.
I'm so excited too. So I want Crystal to be able to share a little bit about herself so that you can feel like you know her. But first, just let me say, it has been a process to find someone that I wanted to team with, because there's a ton of agents out there that will sell you a house fast and not give it a whole lot of thought and just move on with it. But to find an agent who, first of all, has the competence and the knowledge to be able to really guide you and consult you as a home buyer or a home seller is an entirely different thing. So I wanted to find someone that I knew would look at my clients and say, hey, I know that you really love this house, but I'm seeing some red flags and I'm concerned that it might not be the best purchase for your family. Or if they're thinking of selling, to say, you know, I know that you really want to sell right now, but the way the market is, I'm not totally sure you're going to make the kind of money that you think you're going to make. You might do better to wait. Things like that are what build trust and what really brings value when you're in this process. And that is what I found in Crystal. So Crystal, you're not new to this industry. You've been working for about 5 years.
That's correct, yes.
What has been your favorite part about working in real estate?
Meeting new people, really meeting new people and seeing what their desires are in the market. You know, you have like a picture of what people expect when you talk with them, and you get to kind of see what's out there too, because as an agent, you get to learn so much more by exploring different avenues of people's needs, their wants.
Right, you really get to know them.
Exactly. And so meeting new people in this industry has been wonderful. And not only are they clients, but they're also friends too.
Yeah, that's a lot of the people that you've worked with have said, and even in your reviews have said that you're a friend to them.
Yes.
That's so great. I love that. And you were teaching before you moved into real estate.
Yes.
How has that worked? How have you been able to pull some of your teaching skills into your new career?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, it's like teaching a new subject when you or a new topic and you introduce it to the class. Obviously, they have no idea what it entails, and as a teacher, you know it all. So you have to break it down.
Right.
And you have to bring it like to the skeleton part of it and make sure that your buyers or sellers understand the whole from the beginning to the end, and so they understand the whole topic. You don't want any surprises, definitely, as a buyer or seller during this whole transaction. So I think it's important to sit with them and show the expectations of what is all involved.
Yeah, set those expectations early so they're not surprised.
I'm going to put an example as a teacher. You go in and you just all of a sudden just dive into the lesson, and you're going to have a lot of lost students. So I kind of view that as, if I just dive into, without explaining, those buyers or sellers or investors are just going to be, completely like, well, what's this step? I'm missing. What am I missing here? So
because they're leaning on you to be that guide.
Exactly.
And you grew up in this area.
I did. Yes, I grew up in Lockhart,
Okay.
Maxwell. So growing up there, we had a lot of family there. And it's still a special place for me. My grandfather purchased the land we're actually on that we own still. And it's just very precious, I think.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And
so rare with so many people coming from other areas. And even a lot of real estate agents that don't know this area like you do because they didn't grow up here.
Right. And I think that having that history just brings up just a little bit more value, in my opinion.
So all of the time that you've been doing this, you've worked with so many different kinds of people in different situations. Is there anything that stands out as your favorite transaction?
There is, yes. So one of my favorites is a family that were struggling to purchase a home. They tried years before and it didn't work out. And so their rent was actually really high. And they came to me, they just didn't know what to do. So I got with I think having the right lender,
yes,
the right people in your circle to get a home was important at that time. We did have a lot of hurdles. We did find a home right away, and it was awesome because each child got their own bedroom, which they wanted. Like that was just kind of like a wish list kind of thing.
Like maybe this would be great.
Right. And it ended up.
They got even more than they hoped.
They did. And when we finally closed, her mortgage was less than her rent.
That's amazing.
And she received a check back at closing, which was just, it was a great, I still think about her to this day. We still keep in touch, but I just think about like how awesome that is just to have a client just go from not knowing that they could get a home to getting what they wanted and more.
Do you find yourself coming back to the same type of transaction a lot of times? Like, have you found a little niche that feels like this is where I want to be?
Yes, I love working with first-time home buyers. With first-time home buyers, it's a great thing to walk them through the process.
Yeah.
Through home buying, and a lot of them have been renters all of their lives, or maybe leaving home, or coming together with another renter that they found and buying a home, and that's a big step. And a lot of them think it's out of reach because it's such a big deal.
Right.
Like generations before, buying a home was such a big deal.
Right.
And now it's achievable with help. So
right. If you have an agent that knows the right resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's just an amazing feeling to get them, give them their keys at the end of the closing day, or, them express how grateful they are to you to help them get there, saying, "Oh, I'm going to cry on closing day," because they're just so grateful and didn't think that it would happen for them. So that's my favorite type of buyer.
That's awesome. So we are just so excited to be working together on this. We really feel like we're going to be able to bring you the same kind of very dedicated, very personalized customer service that we each have been providing separately. We'll continue to do that. It won't be like you come in and you're shifted from one team member to another and you never know who to talk to. You'll still have us as your primary, whoever you've worked with before will still be your primary contact, but we're just there to provide extra support, just to bring you a lot more resources and expertise than we could do on our own.
Agreed. Yes. And I think having that support with each other will give you the better benefit of your experience in home buying or home selling.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to connecting with you.